I'm here with Sheldon from Monitor Audio. So what is Monitor Audio?
So good question. Monitor Audio is a British brand. They're actually the #1 selling British brand in the UK. They've been in business for 52 years, and they manufacture residential consumer audio products, right from traditional hi-fi gear all the way through to custom architectural products.
Okay, now Monitor Audio, for me it's a monitor, and monitors are usually professional, but now you're talking to me about it's not that. So what's the name Monitor Audio?
Well, it's an interesting question, and you know, you do a Google search, you might get a baby monitor, but at the end of the day, it's about a loudspeaker brand, and it's about a brand that's been in business again for 52 years. Originated in 1972 with a fellow by the name of Mo Iqbal, and it was sold in the late 90s to the current ownership group. And again, they're a specialty audio brand, again, specializing in traditional home speakers, home theater products, custom integration products, and custom amplifiers as well.
Yeah, now I see here that you have amplifier, you have drivers, and these drivers are really weird. There's like two. You will have to explain to me these kind of things.
Sure.
So I need to ask technical questions here, of course. So why do you have two?
So this is the custom product, and this is from the new Creator range. Creator is the latest generation of custom products from Monitor Audio. And that is a dual tweeter design, okay? So it's designed to go in the ceiling. And the dispersion characteristics of the speaker are quite large. And so you can put that speaker in the ceiling and you get broader dispersion via two tweeters. You can also use this speaker as a rear effects speaker as well. So you can use it in a home theater environment. You can use it to cast big dispersion, so one speaker as opposed to one speaker as opposed to two in a room.
Okay. And this is huge. And you put this on your ceiling, and you don't need a bass bin with this.
So, well, this is a back box, and so this is designed to contain the sound and prevent that sound from going in the room that you're in to the room above.
Oh, that's great.
And it's a controlled type of scenario too. So you place this speaker in the ceiling, you're going to get the same controlled output in most environments because there's no inconsistencies as to what's behind the speaker itself. It's contained in the ceiling.
Okay. Oh, that's great. That's great. And then you have the more traditional loudspeakers. So let's start with the silver, gold, platinum. So silver, let's start with the small one.
There's actually a range of product that precedes silver. It's called the bronze series, okay? So we have a bronze, we have a silver, we have a gold, we have a platinum, say good, better, best, flagship.
Okay.
And what we focus on here at the show primarily is good, better, best here. Silver is the category of product that is the #1 selling category for Monitor Audio. The value proposition is off the charts. It's a beautiful real wood veneer. It features a lot of the driver technologies that you see in the models that go beyond it. And so, you know, it's a package that really punches above its weight.
Okay, but then do you need something like this to actually drive those?
Well, for sure. You need a good amplifier. But these are actually very easy to drive, and so you don't need an expensive amplifier to drive silver. Silver is very versatile. You can drive it with a home theater piece, you know, an inexpensive AVR, for example, but at the same time, they will benefit from a better amplifier. So you put a better amp on them, they're going to sound better. From silver, we go to the gold range, and the gold speakers feature better bass drivers. We have the MPD tweeter, which is a a micro-pleated diaphragm type tweeter. We're using a different bass driver as well. So this is an RDT driver, a rigid diaphragm technology. So there's a C-cam skin. C-cam is what we use in the silver series. It's ceramic coated aluminum magnesium. And then we take that same C-cam, we put it on top of a carbon fiber wrap. So then we have a strong driver because when you talk about audio, you talk about pistons. Bass drivers are pistons, right? So the more power you throw at them, the more they do this. If the driver itself, a paper, plastic, Kevlar driver, tends to flex a little bit more. So when you throw more power at them, they flex, and what happens is it induces distortion. So a driver like this, they're a little more robust. They maintain their clarity because they are a tougher drive unit.
Okay, and they are good for what, 300 watts? What's the range of?
Well, you know what, you can drive silver with anywhere from 50 to 100, 150, no problem. And you can take it up a notch with gold and take it up another notch with platinum.
So technically the silver, you have the smaller room, the smaller typical room that you have, maybe a 18 by 18 room, something like this.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good size room, right?
Yeah,
but you can put them in big rooms too. There's complementary subwoofers if you're in a real big space for home theater purposes. But yeah, I mean these things, they'll fill a room, no problem. There are bookshelf loudspeakers for smaller rooms. Tower speakers tend to fill a bigger space. And with these, you've got 8-inch bass drivers too, so really no need for a subwoofer.
No need for a subwoofer at that point. And if you compare this with the integration, so the integration, it's totally a different kind of loudspeakers. So are you putting these first and then you go up the line?
Well, that's a real good question. I'm glad you brought up the custom product, because what you see here in a silver driver is the same material you see here in the in-ceiling speaker.
Okay, so it's exactly the same thing.
There's a lot of continuity when you go from our traditional speakers to our in-ceiling speakers.
But then you don't have a controlled bass because you don't have the bin, you have the...
Yeah, but you've got a lot of similarities in terms of characteristics.
Okay.
So if you put these in the kitchen, you have these in the great room, that same sound you could transfer from kitchen to great room.
What's the sound of monitor audio? So someone that never heard about this, let's be whimsical here. How do you describe the sound of monitor audio?
That's a good question. I would say they're very natural sounding. They're very open and spacious sounding. One of the reasons why we have a very natural open sound is because, again, I go back to the bass drivers. If you can control the bass, the mid-range is going to maintain its clarity. So you control the bass, you get good strong bass, articulation through the bass region, your mid-range is going to maintain clarity, and then you get a nice three-dimensional open sound stage. So that would be the sound: natural, musical, open, spacious, tight, controlled bass.
Okay, that's great. Now I don't want to talk about the platinum because you actually told me that there's another bigger one. So after platinum, what is it?
So up until recently, platinum was a flagship. Platinum features the very best technologies monitor audio have to offer. And they've taken some of these technologies, they've added to them, and they've created something called Hyphen. Hyphen we have inside the sound room.
Okay, let's go see that.
All right.